Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York. New York Times World News.
July 30th. 5:06 America, New York. Vessels await word that they can carry the first grain shipments out of Ukraine. The Navy Star cargo ship docked beside grain silos at the port of Odessa on Friday.
New York Times World News.
July 30th. 5 o'clock America, New York. Gangs advance on the seat of Haitian government power. Haitians are hostages. Over 470 people have been killed, injured or are missing in recent violence, according to the UN, as gangs expand their control and threaten the presidential palace. Motorcycle drivers passing through a burning roadblock as anger mounted over fuel shortages that have intensified as a result of gang violence this month in Port-au-Prince.
Mirror World News.
July 30th, 4:55 America, New York. Guard dog refuses to do his job as he lies down next to drug dealers during raid. The huge Rottweiler was no doubt raised by the drug gang to protect them from police, but instead he hilariously chose to surrender to and flopped down beside the three suspects in Brazil.
Washington Post World.
July 30th, 4:45 America, New York. Pakistan says 1 soldier killed, 6 separatists dead in clash. Pakistan's military says security forces have killed 6 separatists in a remote area of the country's restive southwest in an overnight operation.
Washington Post World.
July 30th, 4:22 America, New York. Pope says he'll slow down or retire. You can change a pope. Pope Francis says he can no longer travel like he used to because of his strained knee ligaments.
Mirror World News.
July 30th, 4:18 America, New York. Holidaymaker gets fright of her life after finding family of 18 scorpions in suitcase. The woman had just returned from a holiday in Croatia when she made the discovery. It's the third time in a year scorpions have been accidentally brought to Upper Austria following visits to Croatia.
Mirror World News.
July 30th, 4:10 America, New York. Car covered in passive-aggressive notes as parking dispute descends into chaos. Locals accused the driver of blocking others from finding a parking space in a typed-out sign on Sydney's northern beaches in Australia. The note was then joined by numerous more.
New York Times World News.
July 30th. 4:06 America, New York. Live updates. Ukraine's first grain shipments in months wait for the go-ahead. President Volodymyr Zelensky and G7 representatives have said they are ready for them to head to countries hit hard by food shortages, but the transport mechanics are extremely complex.
Wall Street Journal World News.
July 30th, 3:45 America, New York. Pope says schools for indigenous children in Canada practiced genocide. While Pope Francis had apologized for Catholics' role in a historical system of residential schools that sought to assimilate the children to white culture, he had not publicly used the term genocide during his visit to Canada.
BBC News World.
July 30th, 3:40 America, New York. The Pope's health. I could step down, but not yet, says Pontiff. He was speaking on the way home from a trip to the Canada, where he apologized to indigenous people.
BBC News World.
July 30th, 3:06 America, New York. Alexander Ionov case. U.S. charges Russian with interfering in U.S. politics. Alexander Ionov is accused of malign interference, including promoting the secession of California.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines. Sky News.
July 29th, 23:34 America, New York. The worst I've ever seen. Entire homes lifted and moved as deadly flash floods caused devastation. In this rural part of Kentucky, it's easy to see how so much rain in such a short time could be so devastating. Pic. AP.
RT World News.
July 29th, 23:31 America, New York. Turkey vows to work with Syria against terrorists. Ankar's comments come after it announced plans for a new military offensive against U.S.-backed Kurdish militants.
BBC News World.
July 29th, 23:22 America, New York. Mother imprisoned in Brazil for 17 years speaks of ordeal. The woman's husband reportedly said she would only be allowed to leave the house when she was dead.
The Washington Times Stories. Advocacy. July 29th, 21:45 America, New York. Mega Millions reveals winning numbers for $1.28 billion jackpot. The $4th billion lottery prize in U.S. history was up for grabs in Friday night's Mega Millions drawing.